we may end up doing what you call a rapid fire video series right here. I just got in today, and of course, I'm trying to make sense of all the news that's coming my way. Of course, you know, Iran has halted sales to French and British companies of oil. Not only that, they've moved 2 warships through the Suez Canal into the Mediterranean. And so, I mean, things are escalating. And they're upping and ramping up their military training exercises to get prepared for this. Because, I mean, is it not remarkable and amazing? Did we not hear this same rhetoric 10 years ago in Iraq? Iraq may be developing weapons of mass destruction. They are developing weapons of mass destruction. 10 years later, where they at? Where are they? Where are they? Where they at? I mean, what in the world is really truly going on? I'm going to tell you what's going on. United States of America, along with Britain and all the rest of the UN nations, is nothing but wrong. It's empire building again. Well, China has already stated back in December that they're opposed to any unilateral sanctions against Iran. And if anything, if any of these UN countries, NATO, whatever you call it, want to move in on this country, they're going to consider an act of war because Iran is an ally of China. So, hey, we've heard this same old rhetoric, this bull, junk, and garbage before, and there ain't nothing that America can do to convince anybody in the world that they're telling the truth. I mean, you can tell a politician is lying if his mouth is moving. And that's the same thing that's going on now. They're flat out lying. Let's just tell the truth and get this thing out on the table. The only reason why America is over there is because China is making the right moves economically. And they have been, just like all central banks, storing gold and silver. And the U.S. so-called world's reserve currency called a dollar is sinking like the Titanic. And ain't nobody playing these games no more. Everybody is starting to back up their assets. Central banks, for the first time in the history of mankind, are all now buying gold. And they're not giving out too much whatsoever at all. And that's just all there's to it. So the truth is that the United States, along with Great Britain and the rest of these European nations in the European Union, I'll tell you exactly what they're doing. They don't have any money because they're bankrupt. So you know what they're doing now? They're trying to gobble up all the resources in order to control the world. The news people ain't going to tell you this because they can't tell you what's going on because, hey, it's not in their best interest to inform you, the American people, of the real issues that's really taking place in the time that we're living in right now. And that's just all there's to it. So, hey, they're going to gobble up all the resources because they don't have any money. That's all there's to it. They don't have nothing. Their credibility is shot all the crap because every time their mouth is moving, they're lying. They haven't told the truth. They never kept one promise. They've broken every single treaties. So you can't obey. None of these people in the world, they're tired of neo-colonialism. And that's all there is to it. Just no more than a month ago, if that long ago, Britain made a threat to Argentina. And then Hugo Chavez jumped in and said, go do it if you want to. That's when Venezuela going to step in. So you see, the rest of the world ain't playing this game. China's deep down in Africa. Remember what I told you about the Congo. Just go back and look in my archives about that. But I tell you, brothers and sisters, it's coming to a head. So with that in mind, what should you be doing? Well, right now, if you have any vehicles, you need to go out there and get some gas cans and put some fuel in it, because starting tomorrow morning, you're going to watch your gas prices skyrocket high. You watch and see. They're going to start going up from that point on. And don't be looking for them to go south. You have to understand. Think about this. I was talking with Jay Smith Ford today, and he brought up a very interesting point, talking about Barack Hussein Obama. Check this out. When he got into office, we talking about this community organizer. When he finally got in office, the United States was $9 trillion in debt. 3 years in the office now. He has almost doubled that. We're sitting now at $16.4 trillion. What took almost 100 years to get $9 trillion in debt, he's almost done double that thing in less than 4 years. Almost done double it. And if he keeps on going, but by the time he get out of office, for sure it will be double. And for sure be passed. So guess what? Just by common sense, logical common sense, you cannot pay off debt with debt. If you don't believe me, try that with your credit card company. Tell them that you don't have any money. They need to up your limit at least another $20,000 or $30,000 so you can borrow against the debt that you already have in there so you can pay your monthly payment on your credit card, because you don't have enough money to pay the principal. So you need some money. So go to your credit card company and ask them, can they give you some debt so that you can pay off debt, and see what they say. You see, it's austerity measures for you. It's bailouts for all these bootlicking jackleg dogs. You've got to be a criminal. You've got to be a gangster in order to function in this system today. Is it not remarkable and amazing? The banks turn around. They get everybody in trouble. They blame you, the people, and then they use the news media to blame you, the people, for all the problems that's going on in the world. And what is the first thing our Congress and our government do? Who's in the back pockets of every last one of these big corporations? What the first thing they do? Well, they create a bailout fund. And who do they bail out? Do they bail out you, the people that is in trouble? No. They give money to the institution that got us in the shape that we in. You know what that's telling you? You can't be too intelligent. You got to have an MBA degree in utter ignorance, financial ignorance, to get this country in the shape that it's in. Is that not the truth? Well, go out and get you some gas. You better get a bunch of it, because it's going to be a long time before you see so-called low prices of $3.50 in a gallon. And that's the truth. And that's the truth straight way. Stay tuned. More going to be coming this way tonight.